Hello, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. I know we've been talking about getting on for a very, very long time, and we haven't been able to do that because we've been talking about, having more people on the call, but looks like it's only 6 courageous people on right now. So, what else is possible? So, thank you so much for being on. I'd love to see your faces, guys. I don't want to be talking to boxes. And Ritu, Supriya, thank you, Supriya, for coming up. If you're saying something, you're muted. I can't hear you.
I'm in the park actually, so I muted and my.
No, that's fine. You can stay muted, but do show your beautiful faces. Hema, I don't mind seeing you eating, so that's fine. Please, if you don't mind turning on your video, do go ahead and turn on. And Ritu, you too. So Pooja, please go ahead and turn on your video too. So yeah, so we are talking about willingness versus demand to creating one's life, and this is a topic I came across in the reference material recently, and I said, okay, I have to talk about this. So we keep asking about, or rather we keep looking at, are we willing to be something? Are we willing to be a particular energy? Are we willing to go ahead and do this? Are we willing to have, very often we talk about these things in access. Are we willing to have sex with every gender? Are we willing to receive money from everybody? We always talk about the willingness, but do we ever really go ahead and do or be the demand of truly having what we're choosing to have? So if I can ask you guys, if there's one thing that you guys would like to receive in life at this point, what would that be? Me. Okay, Hema says me. Okay. And Supriya, what about you?
I'm more looking for more and more abundance in my life, and money is a part of it. So definitely more money, because I wish to do a lot of access classes also and start a
Right.
bigger center for me.
Right.
So yes,
Okay, so that's money for Supriya.
I
Anjali,
guess
what would you?
abundance आ जा रहा है, money उस level पे नहीं आ रहा है. So yeah, I would go with money.
Okay, cool. Yeah, abundance is, I mean, money is what's popping at this point. So let's just go with that. And Anjali, what would you like if there's one thing that you can receive from this call and otherwise from the universe? What was that one thing that you can, I mean, of course you can have more than one, but at this point, just one thing. Yeah, what would you, what would you?
I've been asking for money to do my access classes, but yes, I picked up a job, so now that's not going to be a problem for me. But I want ease in my job working, the kind of
Ease.
work that I'm going to do.
Is it really ease or is it fun that you're asking for?
Absolute fun.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Okay, and who else is on? Ritu, Pooja, Satinder. If there's one thing you guys would like from this call and from the universe, what is that one thing?
I would like to have a healthy body with no aches and pains.
Satinder, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. Could you speak a little louder, please?
Thank you. I would like to have a healthy body. Hi.
Healthy body. Okay, that's great. Just give me one.
रोज आते हैं हाँ इन्हें आप भी चल लिया हाँ no ओ इतने थोड़े देखा मैं
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry. I had logged in from two devices, so it just started echoing. Okay, so let's just go with the first answer that Hema said. So, Hema, the willingness to have more of you. Okay, so we constantly ask, like, what energy, space, and consciousness and choice can I and my body be to be willing to have more of me, whatever it is. But are you truly demanding to have all of you all the time? Yeah. So that's the energy, right? The willingness is like, हाँ ठीक है चलता है नहीं भी हुआ तो भी चलता है. But what if the demand is like, I'm gonna have all of me no matter what, even if I have to be alone in my life. Are we willing to be that vulnerable? Are we willing to really be that potency that we truly be? Are we? Hi Neera.
Hi.
So nice.
Hi. I know. So nice to see you after so long.
I know. So guys, are we really willing to go there? Are we truly willing to have and be the demand of what we're asking for?
Yeah, it's a yes and a no.
Yes. Okay.
Because sometimes what happens is sometimes you're out there and willing to receive yourself, but then there are phases when it's just boring. You want to just let go. You want to not be seen.
Okay, so
And-
what is boring? Hima, let's look at it. So what is boring? Willing to be seen as you is boring?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel there's too much effort to be seen. It's very easy to be hidden and not seen. And
Really, truth. Is it effort to be seen or is it effort to hide yourself?
I think it's an effort to hide myself.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we have to try so hard to hide it.
Hmm.
We have to try so hard to diminish our lives. We have to try so hard to Brenda. We have to try so hard to never really be ourselves.
Hmm.
Okay, let's take a situation. Okay, I'm gonna be very vulnerable. So, I've been going through really intense phase for the past few days. It's been really, really intense for me in my body and me as a whole. And it's just so easy for me. I have realized it's so easy for me to diminish myself when there are people around me. Like it's not easy. It's so constructive to diminish myself around people. And it's so easy to buy into other people's point of view. Ritu seemed confused. I miss said that it's easy for me to
Yeah, I did get confused.
yeah. So earlier I said that it's easy for us to hide. It's easy for us to not hide than to actually hide. We have misapplied and misidentified that it's easy for us to hide. It's easy for us to diminish ourselves. It's easy for us to not be visible because that's what we have been doing all our lives.
Yeah, I think probably. I
Yeah.
mean, there are times when, my throat aches because there's something I want to say, but then I'm like, forget. I mean,
Yeah.
कौन इतना बोलेगा, कौन इतना करेगा.
No, but the point is that, right, Hema? What if we never have to speak another word to actually be us?
Wow, that's something which I never thought of.
Yeah, what if we never have to speak or do anything? We just have to be the energy of demand. Like we're all so functioning from a space of bas yaar itna mil gaya na bas bahut hai. I've got this much, like okay, I've got a happy family, I have a happy husband, I have a happy boyfriend, I have a little money coming in to fulfill my things. I am traveling a little, I'm doing little classes, I'm happy. The
Life is peaceful.
Yeah, life is
Life is
peaceful.
peaceful.
Yes, absolutely. Life is peaceful. I have my little pie and that's about it. I am never going to ever ask for the cake because I'm so happy with that one tiny piece of pastry that I have got from the cake. Are we willing to get uncomfortable in our own lives? This is not to say go to the Himalayas and set a tent there and sit there and just be at peace or just be you. No, that's not what I'm saying. But in our daily lives, are we willing to be the demand of who we be? Now that may require you to speak up at times. That may require to go out there and talk about what you do. That may require you to socialize with people. That may require you to be quiet and say nothing. That may require you to just be an energy. Are we willing to go there? Are we demanding that thing of us? Or are we just willing and we're like, universe, wishful thinking, baithe hain hum. I am willing. Aap kar lo jo karna hai. Main bas willing hu. I'm not going to do anything or be anything to actually have it. Ritu, is there still confusion?
So what's the difference between just being willing and then going and being
Okay, so I would really, unless you're driving or anything, I would really like you to close your eyes for just 10 seconds. Close your eyes. Lower your barriers, please. Deepest barriers down, deepest barriers down, deepest barriers down. Okay. Lower your barriers and get a sense of what willing seems to be. What is the energy of being willing to be? Okay. Now, get a sense of the energy of being the demand that you be. Do you get that? Do you get the difference?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Hema, did you get a sense of it?
So yeah, when you say demand, I don't know, it was a little more definitive than.
Is it truth? Is it definitive or is it intense?
Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah.
Intense.
So willing, I would say, I mean, obviously to give a little piece to your cognitive brain, willing is, Hema, I can't see you, it's the shadow. That's okay. So willing is the first step to actually being the demand that you truly be. So what if you got to be willing to be the demand that you be? Being willing and then be the demand. You don't stop at willing. Being willing to be the energy of whatever you're asking for. More often.
Yeah, because I have now when you say that, I mean, there are so many times when I'm willing and then the whole energy kind of dips completely, you know?
Yeah.
And whatever I was willing for never happens.
Correct. So do we take that first step and you're like, okay, I am willing to be whatever is required here, and then we stop there. We put a stop to our creation there. We don't go ahead and ask, okay, what energy, space, and consciousness and choice do I require to be? What demand do I require to be? What is required of me here? Do I require to be something here or do I require to do something here? It's never really either or, right? It's never really being or doing. It's being, doing, and everything else that comes along with it. Very often we make an ask, and then the universe gets gets something in front of you, and all you have to do is grab it. But we're not even willing to stretch that hand and actually pull it into our world. And we're still sitting there and waiting, and we're like, okay, the universe will get me, the universe will get me, the universe will get me. What are we doing? We're waiting on the waiting bench, and we're like, okay, maybe it's not meant to happen. Like, it's such an easy excuse to say, oh, maybe it's not meant to happen. So when we say it's not meant to happen, what are we doing? Aren't we putting the power that we have to create whatever we would like outside of us? It's almost like somebody out there is controlling our lives. Is it really that? And I'd really like to bring something to you, like, since yesterday was Christmas and I really wanted to do a Facebook Live on this, but I didn't get a chance because my whole body was so intense and everything was very intense for me. It's been intense for a while now. So what is the energy of Christmas? What has Christ come on planet Earth? What did he preach? I know we don't have too many Christians here, except for me, but I mean,
Is it?
sorry, say that again, Hima.
Sacrifices.
Okay, Supriya, what were you saying?
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, that's a big one. He said, ask and you shall receive. And Hema, it's so the way Christianity is put across is that it is sacrifice. But was he really sacrificing, or was he being the demand of what he would like to create on the planet?
That's wow.
Yeah. So the parts, I have not read the whole Bible yet, but there are parts where he talks about when his disciples say, your mother is here and she'd like to meet you. He says, who mother? There is no significance to who his mother was or who his brothers were or who his disciples were. He walked his life being the demand of creating consciousness wherever he went, with whoever he was. They were his people. How often do we diminish ourselves when we are with family? How often do we diminish ourselves so that our family can feel greater and our family can be comfortable and our family can be happy while we are truly unhappy? Now, am I saying that you go ahead and you bash them up and say, no, I am going to be the demand, so I'm going to be a bitch and I'm going to be this? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, what if you could have ease with all this? What if you could be the demand? What if you could be you, no matter where you are, with who you are, and what you're doing or what you're not doing? Hi, Payal. Do you get that? Guys, are you getting a sense of what it is? And the reason I actually wanted to do this call today is that the energy of 2020 is boom. It's really boom. There is no space for excuses. If you're still going to continue making excuses, the universe is going to push you to a corner till you actually make a choice for yourself. Now, are you willing to have ease with all of that? Are you choosing to truly be who you be?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I wonder how that will look like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I have no idea how it's going to look like, Hema. I think like Gary spoke in, I think on one of the telecalls he did in, I think end of October. End of October. He says that he doesn't have a sense of what the future looks like. And trust me, I have no idea where I'm going to. All the choices I have made so far make no sense to me. Absolutely no sense to me. No relationships make sense to me. No business ideas make sense to me. My body, the way it's moving and changing doesn't make sense to me. My family doesn't make sense to me. My friendships don't make sense to me. And I'm like, where are we headed? What are we doing? And it is such an uncomfortable space to be in. And I see your question here, my ease with getting married, the marriage situation. Darling, I would really like to invite you into this space. Trust me, I'm somewhat in the similar space. Do you truly desire marriage, or do you desire companionship? Do you desire the oneness that you have with your partner? Do you desire a space to share your life with somebody who is space and not, the marriage energy is very, it's like responsibility, obligation. It need not be that, to be honest. I mean, there's so many people who are married and they have so much ease with their husbands and they have so much fun. But what is the collective definition of marriage on planet at this point? It's obligations and responsibilities and expectations and separation, and you don't understand what I want, I don't understand what you want, what the fuck is going on? Like, this one is marriage. And that is what people like you and I are resisting. Right? When we say we want marriage, do we truly want marriage? Are we desiring that at all? I don't care who's about marriage. I really don't. All I care about is to be in a space which is kind, care, nurturing, and which gives me, which is the space for creation, where I can have so much fun that I don't have to be worried about, I don't know, anything. So I think we got to get clarity of what we're asking for. We really got to get clarity of what we're asking for. And be the demand, like, wo chalta hai attitude, I don't think it's working anymore. नहीं चलता, देख लेंगे, बाद में कर लेंगे. अच्छा शादी करनी? नहीं शादी नहीं करनी है. अच्छा शादी, हाँ, I think I want to get married. यार, I'm turning 30. I might as well, otherwise I'll be alone for the rest of my life. What are you talking? You see the fight? You see the fight of the fear of being alone, of the fear of, there's no space of creation there. There is absolutely no space of creation. And all you married people, whoever's on the call, how much of that have you bought into? What if none of that was true? What if all of that was a lie?
It's not about buying into it. It is thrust down your throat every now and then.
Thank you, Anjali. It is.
I think I have overcome all that phases and all. And now where I am, I think I'm creating my marriage, and it's moving every day, getting more fun. And if there are fights, it's not continuing in the next few minutes. So it's creating.
Yeah.
So I think it's a different perspective to what I had previously and to where I am now.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a commitment, and that is something work in progress. And it's a choice, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Supriya, I have a question to you. Is it a commitment to the marriage or is it a commitment to yourself?
I think it works both ways. If you're committed to your marriage, you will be there to see how it can be made better.
Is it
If you're
really
committed to yourself, you will see that the marriage or the person you're married to, you will be more expressive in telling what you wish and stand by it and wait.
Okay, so
I think I've done both of them. So
yeah, so I want to know which one comes first, the commitment to yourself or the commitment to marriage. What is it for you, Truth?
right now it is commitment to me, and marriage, I know I have taken it for granted, so it is there.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm getting you all to. It is never about another person. It's never about something outside of you. It's never about a marriage. It is about the commitment. It's about the demand of yourself. And like Anjali said, this thing is pushed down our throat that marriage is compromise, marriage is settling for what you get, marriages you cannot have what you want. All these definitions of marriage. In fact, the other day, my mother also came at me like, listen, if you're going to continue like this, you're not going to land up with anybody. You're turning 30 in a few months.
That's what, Reshma, that's what I get to hear. I've turned 44 and I still get to hear this, that if you don't go back to your husband, there is no life.
Yeah. So all the pastures and BJCCs, that's projection, expectations, separations, rejections, refined judgments, decisions, judgments, computations, and conclusions we have about marriage, ourselves, as women, as men, as humanoids, as a completely different species. Could we please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Right.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online shots, boys, and beyond. Okay, so only for today, just for the next 1 hour, what if you just played with being the demand and being committed to you? Just for an hour, being committed to you. Okay, universe, show me what it is to be committed to me, what it is to be the demand of me. Universe, show me what is required of me. Universe, show me the brilliance of me. Universe, if I was showing up as me, what would that look like? What would that be like? Don't define it. Ask these questions. And Anjali, what if all of this didn't have to be difficult for you?
How I wish.
Yeah. What if all of it could be really ease, joy, glory? I know.
That is the.
Sorry?
I said that is the ask right, as of now.
Yeah.
Ease.
I'm not sure if you want to really explore this over here, but I'm just going to put it into your world. Leap. Just leap.
Sorry. Sleep.
Leap. L-E-A-P.
Okay.
Leap into what you know is possible. Don't look for definitions. Don't try to control what it looks like. Follow the lightness. Ask a question, follow the lightness. Ask a question, follow the lightness. Ask a question, follow the lightness. The moment we as humanoids are control freaks of magnitude. And coming from a control freak herself, trust me, we're control freaks of magnitude, and we control everything from our breath to how we breathe to who we receive from to what it's like. Good night. To how everything in our life should show up like. How, if, what my partner can tell me that I will receive from. If he talks to me like this, then that means he loves me. If he doesn't talk to me in this tone, matlab kuch to gadbad hai. If he doesn't, there's just so much of this, and Ritu's like, oh my God. We mind fuck ourselves so much. It is not even funny. It's really not. So if there's one tool that I can give you right now, is destroy and uncreate your relationship with everyone and everything. Business, husband, if you have children, in-laws, parents, the dog, every person, everything. Destroy and uncreate your relationship every night and every morning when you wake up. Ask, okay, what can I create with so and so today? What energy, space, and consciousness could I be? What different energy, space, and consciousness could I be to create a different reality for Total Leaves? What else is possible here that I don't think is possible here, that if I would allow the possibility, would actualize a different reality? That question is magical. Sorry about that. Do you guys get the space that has just opened up with this conversation?
Yes.
There's a space that's available to us. There's this space that is possible, guys. There's really this space that's possible.
I've been in Access for the past almost 4 years now, but today I felt that space thing, which I guess I refused to accept it earlier, but today I felt it.
Yeah. Anjali, I don't know if this is applicable to you and the others here, but guys, there's something that is available to us right now that is not available to us before. It's intense, it's uncomfortable, it's at times overwhelming, to say the least. But running away from what is available to us is not a choice anymore. Being present in our bodies and just being here and saying, okay, cool, This is intense. What would it take for me to have ease, joy, glory here? And now what can I choose to have more lightness in my life? And this is my interesting point of view. But guys, we don't have time. Like, look at things around us. Look at our political condition. Look at all the religious riots. Look at everything that's going on. It almost seems like a war with a techie reality. I'm not sure if you are in a space to receive this information, but I'm going to put it out there. Now is the time to be you without any excuses and to walk the planet with who you be, just who you be. You need not do another access class if you do not want to. You need not take sessions with anybody if you do not want to. You need not do anything if you do not want to. But not being you is not a choice that's available right now. It is killing you to start with. It's killing the planet. It's killing everything. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for being this intense. This is what is required. This is the need of the hour. Ritu, you're muted.
Thank you. That's all. So this would have been my ask, and I know that's why I'm receiving it right now.
Yes.
So whatever it takes.
Yeah. Whatever it takes. Really. Trust me. So something I keep telling people, like if you're watching me on Facebook and my Facebook lives and all these happy things I put out, trust me, my life is not all the happy things.
Yeah.
I just sharing with you guys, I have not one person who's walked into 2019 with me is with me right now. Not one person. Not a single friend, not a single person is walking with me into 2020. It's very uncomfortable. It's very intense. It's very difficult for me at this point. But am I willing to give up? No. I am not giving up on me. I am not giving up on what I want to create in my life.
Thank you for being this invitation, Reshma. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And does that mean I'm shutting people out of my lives? No. No. That's not what it means. I'm just not. So I want to talk a little bit about my best friend. She and I have been best friends for 10 years. Okay. Now it's been a pattern with her that if I say no to her for anything, because I have something going on for me, she will throw a tantrum. She'll lash out on me. She'll say things like I'm not been there for her. And she'll say a lot of stuff. And earlier this year, earlier 2 times, it has happened that I said no for something and, she stopped talking to me and she threw a tantrum. And every time I would go to her and say, you know what, this is not what it is. Like, I said this because of this, you took it in this way. And this time I again said no for something because I had some stuff going on and I needed to deal with some things. And she's like, you know what, I'm never going to ask you for help. I said, okay, cool, sure. And this time I'm just choosing something different. I'm choosing not to convince her of being my best friend anymore. I'm choosing to just be me. And I sent her energetically. I tell her, I'm here for you. I love you. I adore you. I have your back. Every day, because she's in my world so much. Every day I tell her, I have your back. I'm here for you. Reach out if you'd like. But I am not going to be enslaved into the relationship of being your best friend anymore. That is not working. So does that mean I have cut off from her? No, I'm going to her house tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to see her because I'm not calling her because it's not fun for me. But I am going to meet her parents because her parents were away. I'm going to meet her parents. I'm going to be around. I'm going to do some things there. And I'm going to be back. I'm going to be home. The choice is, so the thing is, very often we use these things as an excuse. Marriage, husband, best friend, boyfriend, business. Business is a great distractor. Love, job is an excuse to control our life and keep us busy. Now the thing is, what are we choosing there? Are we going to let it control us, or are we going to create a space with it that will actually give us true choice? Yeah, Anjali, you want to say something?
Thank you, Reshma, for this space. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Most welcome. Yeah, Hema, is the insecurity even yours to start with? Truth. Are you in her world? Are you aware of her world? So drop your barriers, guys. Everybody drop your barriers. Okay? Now, get a sense of that one person that you're having this fight with. Okay? Now tell that person energetically, hey, I love you. I adore you. And I give you. I'm here for you if you require me to be here. Reach out. But I'm also not willing to give up on myself. I love you and I'll be here for you. Do you guys get a space? Do you guys get a sense of the space that is? We're not imposing anything on them, that we're going to be there. That support system that keeps them dependent on us, even if we haven't reached that old age yet. But we are what are we doing by having these people in our lives being dependent on us? Are we really empowering them, or are we keeping them? Are we keeping them jailed in our reality so that we can control our lives? Are you guys getting that? Do you guys
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, Reshma, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Hema, it is too overwhelming, but that's the thing. Is it really overwhelming, or is it you intensely being that energy of who you be? Yeah, Monica. So Monica's asking a question. What if someone is controlling you? Monica, is anyone ever controlling you, or are you employing them to control you so that your life can be the post-it stamp life?
Can you ask it again, please?
You grinned. I'm sorry, but you gave it away already. The question was, are they really controlling you, or have you employed them to control you so that you can maintain the posted stamp life?
Yeah, second one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how addicted are we to the small life of ours?
Too much, actually.
That brings me to the first question of this call. So are you willing to be the demand of you 100% of the time?
No. Yes. I want to, actually.
You want to actually be that, but you're not being able to be that?
Yeah.
Isn't that the biggest lie we keep telling ourselves?
Okay.
Not being able to be that. What does that make it? Is it outside of us?
Being that, actually, not being that.
Yeah. And there's no wrongness in it.
Okay.
I'm not being it. I'm not choosing it. Cool. Yeah. I love my drama. I love my drama. Just acknowledging that.
Oh, I have to change it all.
Yeah, but you know, Monica, I have to change it all becomes such a pressure on us.
Yeah, actually, there's lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Lot of pressure going on.
And is that fun?
No, not at all.
Yeah. To take off the pressure, ना, you have a choice. हाँ ठीक है यार, आज ड्रामा कर लिया, मजा आ रहा है, चलो ठीक है. कल चूज कर लेंगे, या अभी चूज कर लेंगे.
हाँ.
मेरे को बड़ा मजा आ रहा है. I'm having a lot of fun fucking with my best friend's mind. मैं तो कर रही हूँ. आपको बड़ा मजा आता है to screw with your family. अच्छा. I screw with my family all the time. Keep them on their toes all the time. Is it fun for them? No. It's just a choice. Don't make it serious. Don't make it so much work.
What if I let that all go and choose something different?
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't have to fix a problem ever.
Yeah.
We just have to choose something different.
Yeah.
We just have to choose something different. The thing is, this reality tells us, अच्छा, ये problem है, इसको चलो देख लेते हैं, analyze करते हैं कि हमने गलत क्या किया, फिर हम उसको और scrutiny करेंगे. What are we doing? We're making it so significant. So if the problem was this, अच्छा इसको देख के हमने इसको इतना बड़ा कर दिया, फिर इसको इतना बड़ा कर देते कि it's so big in our world and it becomes such a big pressure and it becomes such a big problem that it doesn't move out of our face until we actually look at something else. And then when we look at something else, this problem becomes smaller and insignificant. And then we're looking at that something else, and that could be another problem because we love solving problems, and that problem becomes bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we didn't choose problem to problem, but what if we choose from possibilities? What if we choose what's fun for us? Okay, what can I have fun with today? What is fun for me today? Yeah?
Yeah.
Puneet, I see you've raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Hello.
Hi.
I just love the conversation.
I can't hear you. You'd have to be a little. Yeah.
Okay, so it was a fun conversation which we were having a little while earlier.
Right.
And And something you said about, not having to do another class or another session with someone,
Yeah.
instead of kind of changing it. That was what, brought me to a question, and I raised my hand.
Right.
At times I wonder that what is the missing element when we are doing classes and more classes and more classes, and still that change is not reflected. I'm not saying change from a linear point of view, that okay, this is the outcome I'm looking at, but at times, like, looking at few situations and things that happen, I feel like some people like receive so much more.
So, truth, is it not from a linear point of view?
No, it's not. I mean, when I did my bars class, which was about like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was as if, I had like a magic thing in my hand. And I was so thirsty for like watching videos, going to classes as in like Zoom classes and all that. Not that I've done too many access classes. And, that has changed over time. Now I'm not that kind of attracted to as many classes. So
Are you already being what is required and not acknowledging it?
no, I'm acknowledging it, yet I'm asking for more.
Oh, okay. So keep asking, and keep pulling that into your world. So I'm not sure if you were on the call in the beginning today, but we spoke about being the demand of you.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah. We spoke about being that energy all the time. Are you actually being that energy 100% of the time?
I wouldn't say 100% of the times, but most of the times, more often than not, I am that energy.
True.
But I'm asking, what more can I ask for?
Yeah. So so question can I use you as an example?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So obviously not to corner you here, but when you're saying you're not seeing that change in your life.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Not
Then
what I'm.
Okay, so give me a question. I don't think I got the question.
So I'm saying that at times, the change is sudden without having to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we are working on something and the change is not there in as much magnitude. So what's the difference?
Right.
I mean,
Thank you. Okay, that gave me more clarity on what the question was. Thank you for that. So what is the difference is when you're looking at changing something. So say, for example, relationship is popping. So I'm going to go with that. Okay. So if you have a particular relationship that you're looking at and changing something in that relationship, how invested are you in that? That is one situation, and then there is this another situation where you say, okay, I'll have this, and you go ahead and create something else. Like you're not focused on I'll have, like, say for example, okay, I'll have a nurturing, caring relationship, and you go ahead and you do your work and you do something else here and you do something else here, and you're not focused upon this ask. So what happens is it's easier for the universe to deliver it because your focus is not on checking ki acha mera ye ask fulfill hua nahi fulfill hua. It's like that cliched example when you order food in the restaurant and you're only waiting for your food. Doesn't it seem like they're taking forever to get the food? Rather than when you're actually having a great conversation with a friend, you're like, "Arey, badi jaldi aa gaya khana aaj to." Do we not feel that? I mean, do we not experience that?
That's true. So if I know that I have significance attached to something apart from doing, destroying and uncreating it, are there more tools I can use then?
Not making it significant. I'm sorry, but that's the easiest tool I can give you. So one of the tricks that works well for me is having 10,000 things to do at once.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. So for me, if I'm focused on, okay, I have to make this relationship work, and I walk towards that, and I keep walking and I keep walking, and I notice that the other person doesn't want to walk towards me. I am so focused. Maybe he or she is just taking this time off to figure something out for him or herself. But I have decided that, oh, that person doesn't want to be with me. Now, what can I do to have him or her in my life? So it's like a fight, and it's so much of mental masturbation that we do constantly. And we're like, okay, does it ever work?
No, it doesn't.
So for me, what helps is to remove my focus upon this one thing that's very significant, and I put my attention or my energy in my creations, my business, my this and that, and this and that, and my working with your body is a great space to be.
Okay. Which
I
would
move, I move my body. I do what is fun for my body, and that really does help to be me 100% of the time to start with, and also to not have that excess energy to invest in that one thing that is destroying my life. Say that again.
Not have excess energy to self-mutate.
Yeah, not self-mutate, but self-destruction.
Okay.
Mutation is not, I think mutation, that's my interesting part of it.
Mutilate. Okay, the word is mutilate, not mutilate. I think I'm fried. So I follow you on Instagram. There was this one interesting post you made. You said, that was something around relationship only. So if you have significance around relationship or something, then you do interesting point of view, I think 300 times.
Yeah. But trust me, don't do it. Don't do it. It doesn't work. It never works. So everybody who's new to Access is just being sarcastic. Please go ahead and do it. It's
300 times. Wow, that's
an hour. That's an hour. Okay.
It's like on the interesting point of view group, we did a particular day. I did 300 times every hour for 8 hours, and that changed so much for me. Hema was on that journey with me. I remember there were a lot of you.
You can use shortcuts. Huh? She uses long cut. I used to multiply by 300 equal to IPOE into 300.
I did my work. I literally did my work. I would do 300 fucking times, and it took me less than 7 minutes. So I have to say,
wow, that's speed of space.
Yeah, speed of space. It took me less than 7 minutes. So I would do tally marks, and I would put a picture of it so that everybody knew that I was doing it for sure. So it's so the thing about being control freak is also how can you use that to your advantage? This is me using my control freak capacities to my advantage to make sure that I'm doing.
Interesting.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be all that difficult. Nothing has to be difficult. Okay. I think we're good for now, unless anybody has a question. So my invitation to you is to be the demand you be 100% of the times without having an excuse. If consciousness was your boss or your roommate, what would that be like? What would you choose? You get that?
Can see whip. I can see like being alert all the time.
Yeah, it's being under the...
Get your butt up. Get going.
It's being under the scrutiny of consciousness.
All the time.
Yeah. Would you ever use anything as an excuse then?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's scary, frightening, all at the same time, I guess.
Yeah. It's really an adventure. It does not need to be work. It need not be pressure. It need not be any of those things. It's fun. It's a joyous ride. It's like that what is that? What is that ride which you go on the top and you go zoop down? Whatever that ride is called.
Roller coaster.
Yes, roller coaster. Yes, thanks. The roller coaster ride, it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna drop now, and zoop you go. So what if nothing has to be? What if nothing has to be work ever again? Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining on, and
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Reshma. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
This has surely shifted. Huge, Reshma. Yes.
thank you. Thank you for being
Thank
on.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Reshma.
Bye, Tim. Bye bye, guys. Bye.